Hello, everyone. Listen, thank you so much for tuning in. I want you to, before we get in to these investment strategies, I want you to do something for me. Like, share, and subscribe so that everybody can know before it's too late that there is another way to think about their money. All right? Is that all right? Listen, I didn't want to hold you here for too long. I wanted to let you know how wealth works. Okay, first of all, when we were growing up, we were taught that we buy things with currency, right? So we buy things with currency. It doesn't matter if it's Jordans, it doesn't matter if it's video games, PlayStation, whatever it is. We're gonna buy it with our dollars, all right? Hundreds of dollars just shelled out, pow, 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 pow. And then we were even taught to save currency, right? So we were taught to save currency going up. Growing up, man, it's like, oh, right, okay, so we saved, and I remember I saved for a Sega Genesis. I still remember the price, y'all. I mean, my mom, she made me work for that, all right? $119.99 back in what, 93, something like that? At the exchange. And I was like, oh man, 119.99. I finally got it from like babysitting and working at the warehouse or whatever I was doing at the time. And man, I was so elated. Man, I got that Sonic game finally. Huh? I beat the game. Sonic 1, 2, and 3. You know what I'm saying? It was awesome. But I saved up, that money. And it was soon spent. Okay? In someone else's wallet. And so that's how we grew up. We grew up thinking that currency, all right, is money. We grew up thinking that currency is money. So we spent with it. We also save it. Many of us, well, not now, but many of us used to save it. Okay. But I want to maybe clue you in on something that maybe you didn't know before. This is what the wealthy do with currency, all right? They don't use dollars as their currency. They use credit cards as their currency, or credit lines, or otherwise known as leverage as their currency. And so they buy the shoes, you know what I mean? They buy the house, they buy things with leverage, not the currency. Why? Because their credit is the currency. Their dollars, well, they're too busy, right, making more dollars. And the thing that's happening right now is that since inflation is causing all things to happen, you've seen the prices rise, especially in gas. My boy Jesus down there in Cali, he said at one point in time he was paying $7 a gallon for gas. All right, and all these things are happening, and now it's come out that the inflation has hit 8.4% year over year, when really that's not true. It's actually 15.4%, because they did the 8.4% without the stuff that's going on over there in the close to Ukraine and them. All right, and they did that without it, but with it, it's 15.4%, and that's year over year. So what's happening with your currency? It's going down. I know, and so that's why it seems like those prices are rising. But they never tell you it's not the prices that are rising, it's the dollars that are getting devalued. Exactly. And so when you have things like that, and you recognize that dollars are not money, what is it that you can do with this information? Knowing that now I know my dollars are not currency. I shouldn't use my dollars as currency, but I should use leverage as currency. What can I do with my dollars to preserve or even increase their value. And so many people, they go to the stock market, they go to real estate and all of this. But I want you to think with me just for a minute, and I'm almost done. What happened in 2008? So some of those dollars, they got wiped out in retirement accounts, right? Okay, all right. Do you know what happened to the value of gold and silver? Do you know what the value is now? Gold is at what, $1,921, and silver is at $25 an ounce. And so, if you're thinking about continuing in the stock market, but you're ignoring gold and silver, may I slip this by you? Try out gold and silver. And don't just try it out, but try it out with me. Absolutely. Try it out with me. What I'm going to offer is each month, if you choose to join, you'll be sent silver or gold of your choice, okay, each month, so that you don't have to worry about, so that you can hedge against inflation. That's what it's all about. You're hedging against inflation, okay? So while you're using your line of credit, let's go ahead and add to that and make sure gold and silver is in your portfolio, if you will. Now buy physical, okay? That way you have it, because anything you don't have, you don't have. Man, let me say that again. Anything you don't have, you don't possess. You don't possess. Isn't that revelation? Man, that's surprising, isn't it? Yeah, very simple, all right? And also, if you're needing a place, right, to grow your wealth, get with me. We're starting up a new investment group as well, and it's actually going to be asset-based. Not all this fiat value by declaration stuff, all right? No, every fiat currency, it's not money, but fiat currency that has ever been has always went to zero. And so, of course, the dollar is going that way in all fiat currencies. Why? Because the word of man means nothing. Okay? So look, gold and silver, and joining my investment group. Let's go ahead and get out of this current economy while we still can. All right, folks, I know this is kind of different, but this is definitely where I feel we need to take you. All right, God bless, and you have a great night.